Hi, everyone on the line. So welcome to tonight's session. I'm very happy to meet you all, and good afternoon, good morning, and to everybody who are online with me. And this is April representing HKUST MBA program. So I believe that all of you are joining tonight because you're interested to know more about one of the best MBA programs in the world. And that's why today, apart from me representing the marketing and admission team of the HKUST MBA program, I also have Prahlad with me, and Prahlad is our alumni from the class of 2019. And after my introduction about our program, and Prahlad will definitely be very keen to share his career story with you guys. And at the same time, towards the end of this session, if you have any questions regarding the admission about the MBA program at HKUST, or you have any questions regarding the very fabulous experience from Prahlad's point of view for studying an HKUST MBA program, then both of us are very happy to address it towards the end of the sessions. And of course, this is a very interactive session today. So if you have any questions, feel free to use the comment sections, and hopefully we'll be able to address it directly for you. Okay, so to start with the session tonight, I believe that all the audience online, you might not have the best understanding about the HKUST MBA program. So allow me to give you a little bit of introduction about HKUST and also our MBA program features. So I will be sharing a little bit more about what is HKUST MBA program right now. Okay, as you can see, today we're talking about the HKUST full-time MBA program. We have a very strong focus in business and technology, and that's why in our MBA program, we wish to help everybody who is joining our MBA program will be able to ignite your future and open more doors for you by enrolling into the HKUST MBA program. And a little bit more about HKUST MBA program. HKUST MBA program, you come here for the reputation, because taking an MBA program is going to be a lifelong investment. It's going to be a very good branding to be stick to your CV. So everybody here should be careful in choosing the MBA program that best fit with your career aspiration and best fit with your own expectation about the MBA program. Of course, on the screen, you can see that HKUST MBA program has been a well-renowned program ever since our establishment in 1991. We're being ranked as the world #1 young university among up to other top 400 universities in the world. And also in terms of the employability, we're ranked as the world #10 university, and also the Greater China, we are being ranked as the #1. And that means most of the employers around the world are very happy about the graduates from HKUST. And also they are being hired as one of the best candidates around the world compared with the peers. And some of you came to know about HKUST, this university, because of our Keller HKUST MBA program. And at the year of 2020, this is the 10th time that we have claimed the #1 title among all other top MBA programs. And with this backdrop, I'm sure that you would have more confidence in joining HKUST MBA program, whereby we have been ranked as the top 19 program in the world this year, and we have been the top 20 program for 13 consecutive years. So this is, without saying, you are definitely talking to one of the best programs around the world. And here's just give your friends on the line a flavor of what are the top MBA programs in the world. Now, of course, we have some of the other big famous schools like Harvard Business School, Yale University, and Wharton, and even some of them in Europe like London Business School. So if you're considering taking an MBA program from the top MBA program around the world, HKUST would definitely should be one of the choices that you should be looking at, because our education quality as well as our alumni quality is as good as other ancient and also traditional university that we have showing here. And just to give you more highlights into how our graduates are doing in terms of the placement, just the class of 2019, whereby Prahlad is also the graduating classmate, then 96 of them actually were employed in Asia after the MBA program. 91% of them got the job placement within 3 months after graduation. So these numbers is indeed very, very encouraging. And some of them are actually better than other top universities around the world. And in terms of the job placement industry, with business technology in the core of our program, our #1 placement industry is technology. And of course, with Hong Kong being in the hub of banking and finance in Asia, a number of our graduates also joined the banking and finance industry after the graduation. And consulting industry is the #3 placement industry that our graduates are joining. To give you additional information about our employment highlights, according to the Financial Times MBA Rankings 2020, We're ranked as the number 4 in terms of career progress. And also for our graduates in the 2019, 78% of them switched the industry and 61 of them switched the job function. And this is something that is very important and also a testimony of the full suite of CBD, the career services that we are providing to our graduates in the HKUST MBA program. Now, before I dive into the program features of the HKUST MBA program, now as a university and also the mission for education for the future leaders, I definitely want to share with all of you on the line as in what is the future landscape that would be. And in the era of business and technology, very easy that we have been hearing a lot of big works from different industry professionals or even executives. For example, for the former CEO of Alibaba, Jack Ma, a few years ago, he already made a profit saying that the world is going to be data. And this is only just the beginning of the data period. And that's why in these days, most of the time, you will see that in the job description, a lot of the time that they're looking for candidates who would have good understanding about data analytics and other big data trainings. And some other industry, for example, in the banking and finance industry, famous firms like Goldman Sachs, the CEO Lloyd already mentioned that they do not want to be stay as only as the financial institutions. They are only want to be a technology firm who will be able to provide a platform for their customer to engage deeply with their business. And now in the business and technology era, and I was just reading one of the very important reports from the World Economic Forum, which was released in October this year. He is making a forecast that in 5 years' time, 2025, a number of new jobs will be emerging because of the changing landscape and also the changing job requirement. So there will be 97 million jobs of up and coming, and there will be increasing job demand in data analysis, digital marketing, and other functions related to information technology. While we're seeing increasing number of jobs related to technology, at the same time, there are also a number of jobs that are on less demand, which will include some of the data entry works, administrative work, and even an accountant you would to be aware of because you will be on a lesser of demand as compared to those days whereby you will be the hot job that we'll be looking for. So for candidates or maybe friends on the line, it will be a very good time for you to understand and also think about whether you are competitive enough and whether you are having the sufficient skill sets to keep you to be competitive in the world down to come, and also whether you will be favored by your future employer. Indeed, according to the research, in 5 years as of the time, half of us need to be reskilled by 2025. And a lot of the times, the employers, they will be looking for skills that will be relating to analytical thinking, complex problem solving, and also highlighted here that there are 2 important skills that the future employers will be looking at, will be mainly on the technology use, on the technology design and programming. And all these are very important for us to understand what direction that we should be heading at. And also in terms of when we're choosing our MBA program, which kind of MBA program that would best fit for your career aspiration. And with this very, very strong demand of technology and also complex problem solving skills in mind, then when you're picking on your MBA program, you should be picking an MBA program that will be able to equip you the necessary skill set to keep you to be thriving in the role in the 5 years or even 10 years down the road. Now, that should give you leads to the point that about HKUST MBA program. We are one of the most flexible and practical MBA curriculum in Asia. As I heavily mentioned a lot that there will be strong demand in programming and also data analytics. All our MBA students, full-time MBA students, will be asked to take PMBA Accelerator, including Python programming, data analysis, and accounting. And this is only the starting point. Of course, we're coming to an MBA program. We want to equip you with all the wide range of business knowledge that will be necessary for you to be able to cope with different business needs at different industries. Courses such as financial accounting, corporate finance, strategic management, and all these will be covered in our foundation courses. When we talk about that we are being one of the flexible programs in Asia, there are a lot of the time that you will be able to personalize your MBA curriculum. Indeed, we're offering more than 70 flexible courses and electives throughout our MBA program. More than 60% of our MBA curriculum can be customized by yourself. So this is particularly important because we are seeing that each of you are coming to an MBA program with a different objective, and each of you would have different career aspiration. And the flexibility here giving you will be able to allow you to customize your MBA program that will be able to bridge the gap between what you are right now and also your future MBA jobs. And of course, the last part of the flexibility of the MBA program in HKUST MBA program is about the course duration. You can either choose to complete your MBA program in 12 months or 16 months. So I will give you a little bit more details in this presentation later. So bear in mind that now this is the new era. So you look for flexibility and also a practical MBA. So speaking of the personalization of the MBA program, so we have many electives, more than 70 of them. Of course, all the 70 of them will be aligned very strategically along the market needs. And in our MBA program, our courses are aligned according to 5 most in-demand MBA specialties. So you can see on the screen, we have the business technology and analytics, we have the consulting, we have finance, and also general management and marketing. So friends on the line, if you are interested in these courses, we'll definitely recommend you to come over to HKUST MBA program. And also, we do not ask you to only focus on a single MBA specialty. You are allowed to mix and match all these electives among these 5 specialties so that will give you the best combination for your future MBA jobs. And this year, this is also very special years because we are enrolling a number of electives for our MBA students. It is also the first year that we are pairing each of our MBA students with a dedicated MBA advisor, both on the academic side with the academic advisor, as well as a career coach, whereby they will be with you, pairing with you on day 1, set up your career goal, and also set up your academic learning objective. So they will be your best partner and also the best facilitator for you in the MBA journey. Now let's take a look a little bit deeper into the business focus and also technology focus of the MBA program at HKUST. Here I am giving you a flavor as in what are the MBA courses that our MBA students are currently taking. So some of the courses include the big data analytics, artificial intelligence, deep learning business application with Python, and also some of the cryptocurrency courses and machine learning courses regarding the equity investment. So these are the courses that was actually lead and also taught by our computer and science engineering school professor. So this is only a few of them. So for example, Professor Lei Chen, he is coming from very strong academic background. He graduated from the University of Waterloo. We also have some of the industry faculty. For example, Professor Samson Tsai on the right, and he is still currently working in IBM as the chief technologist. So this is indeed our intention to bring both the academic faculty member as well as the industry background to our school, because we believe that our students need to learn about the theory. They also need to learn about how to integrate theory into practice. And that's why we have the world-class faculty here with you and also industry veterans to be the best propeller for you in your MBA program. And the quality education of our MBA program do not only stop at the business and technology courses. Indeed, all our faculty members, they are coming from all famous universities. For example, Northwestern University, Columbia University, or even in UK, the Oxford University and UCLA in UK. And in terms of our faculties from the industry background, we have some of them coming from multinational corporate, some of them come from technology companies like IBM, Professor Caroline, and also some of them are coming from the consumer and FMCG background, like Professor Zhang from Walmart China. And with all these star professors, you will be able to learn what is the best skill set that you are necessary for you to overcome the managerial decision making and some of the crises that they are already overcome in their own working professional career. So coming to an HKUST MBA program, you will definitely have a lot of chances to interact with the best professor from the academic side and also learn from the real life experience from all our professors from the industry background. Now, this one to the second point about our MBA program. We have the best professor to teach you on the academic side. We also want to equip you with the most suitable of career professional development skill set and also training that will enable you to be able to land your post-MBA job smoothly. So here, career support through our MBA journey. Indeed, it's not only a one-day magic, but will turn you from an pre-MBA student to your post-MBA job. So you can see that as this very first phase, we started from goal setting. We will pair you up with a dedicated career coach whereby they would have industry expertise. At the same time, we will also invite you to do career assessment and training to identify your strengths and weaknesses, and also find out what is your inside personality. because that will be very important for we to get prepared you for the industry interview and also some of the job that will best actually fit with your personality and also technical skill set that you are having now. For the stage 2 of our career support, it will be the preparation stage. We will be enrolling a number of industry training focusing on banking and finance, consulting, technology, general management. We indeed will be inviting some of the industry professionals to organize boot camp for all our students so that they will know what's happening in the industry. At the same time, also know about what will be the interviewer or recruiters are looking for. So HKUST is also a school with a wide alumni network. So we also this year roll out the first ever online networking platform for our MBA students, whereby you will have direct access for all our MBA students, no matter they are from the full-time program or even the part-time MBA program. And mentorship program is also one of the favorite activities by our MBA students, whereby we will be matching you with mentors from different graduation year and also with different industry background, so that you will be able to broaden your perspective and know how to tackle a particular problem from different industry point of view, rather than only keeping yourself in your own domain or industry expertise. The third stage of our MBA career training will be about our experience. We are very strong in training our MBA students. And every year we have more than 80% of them have internship during the summertime. And this is indeed very good training ground for our students to get to know more about the industry that they want to join after the MBA program, and also for them to get to know more about their preferred recruiter. And we also roll out a number of consulting projects for our students so that they were able to solve the real business problem rather than only sitting in the classroom for projects. Now, lastly, this is the last stage. We will be connecting our students with different job opportunities. We have dedicated corporate outreach team who will be driving opportunities, connect with the industry to see what are the best opportunities that will be fit for our MBA students. We also organize, of course, right now we are under COVID-19. Whenever possible, we will be organizing overseas career tracks for them to understand about the different market pulse, and also we will organize our annual career fair for our students to get in touch with the human resources as well as the recruiters. Now here is at the bottom of this slide, you can see that for the intake 2019, they have a number of different internships. Some of them going into Credit Suisse, the financial institution. Some of them will go into some of the sports and also sportswear brand name, for example, Lululemon. And some of them, indeed, they're interested in the technology or more into the consulting group. They will be joining the Monitor Group or even Schneider Electric for some strategic roles. And for employer of the class of 2020, so the graduation class of this particular year, they also have a very good result in terms of their placement. A number of them actually joined technology company and Microsoft, Apple. We also have students joining some of the up and coming technology company in Southeast Asia like Gojek. And Citibank, JP Morgan, all these financial institutions are also welcome our students to join them after graduation. So this is a very good testimony as in what is the best career support that we can provide to our MBA students. And I'm sure that Prahlad later on, he will be able to share his own journey and also experience with you as in how he can best leverage on our career services in HKUST MBA program. Now, we are also seeing there are some essential skills for new MBA jobs in the future. So in our MBA program, we also invite our students to be participating in case interview program that will include both online and also face-to-face coach-guided training. And this case coach online training, we will ask the students to do all the preparation on their own. And at the same time, when they come to the classroom on a hybrid mode, all our teachers and also professors will be able to teach them face-to-face and also giving some of the guidance to them. And lastly, all these case interview relies on the significance that because most of the time, Apple, Amazon, Capco, all these big names, they are looking for students who will be able to solve business cases. So these trainings will be particularly important. And before every interview for our MBA students, all of them will be able to connect with a dedicated career coach and arrange one-to-one mock interview so that could increase the chance of getting the job. And the Scrum Foundation is the first ever foundation courses that we are rolling out for MBA students this year. We are seeing that there is an increasing need of the students to know about what is Scrum, how to be a Scrum Master. And this particular technique is important in consulting stream and also in some of the digital transformation project management. And this year, just around 2 weeks ago, our students attended these foundation courses, and all they find it very, very useful because they learn not only about the programming, but learn about the business application of this Scrum framework. So if you're interested in coming to MBA program at HKUST, I'm sure that you will have a lot of chances to get in touch with the most in-demand job training. And a little bit more about why you need to come to HKUST. Indeed, HKUST is situated in Hong Kong, whereby we have a very favorable policy for our MBA students. Under the immigration arrangement for non-local graduates in Hong Kong, all our full-time MBA graduates, especially for the international students, upon graduation, all of you will be able to stay in Hong Kong for 12 months. So that will be a very good chance for you to maximize your MBA career prospect. You will be able to stay in Hong Kong to find out a job or spread net throughout different parts of Asia, for example, Southeast Asia, Greater China. And even some of our students who are staying in Hong Kong, they manage to find jobs in Europe as well, because Hong Kong is such a diverse economy with a number of human resources hub here. So come over to Hong Kong to explore what will be, and also come over to Hong Kong to see where the hand-on growth engine is happening. Now I'm going to stop a little bit here because I understand that Prahlad, being our class of 2019 graduates, will be very keen to share with you. And he is definitely one of our best ambassadors. So I will stop a little bit here and invite Prahlad to share some of his career experience and also his learning journey in the MBA program and the HKUST MBA program. Okay, so over to you, Prahlad.
Hi, April. Thanks for having me. I come from Darjeeling, which is in the northeastern part of India, and it's popular for tea and the Himalayan mountain range. And as we speak, I am right now working remotely from my hometown. I went to HKUST in 2017 and graduated in 19, and I took the 12-month program and went to University of Chicago Booth School of Business for my exchange. And prior to my MBA, I worked for about 6 years in two of the leading companies in India, Tata Group and ICICI Bank, into banking and financial services. So my aspiration to do an MBA was to go out of banking into more strategy-oriented roles, and also open up my horizon outside India and have more international experience. Fortunately enough, I was able to leverage the career services and land up a leadership development role with MetLife, which is a 5-year role. And I'm into the first rotation right now, located in Hong Kong. And that role allows me to move around different functions, different locations, and get new set of learning, etc. So I would say my MBA journey has been quite fruitful, coming from a very different background and then transitioning into something very different, something that I wanted to, and making the most out of those 12, 16 months I was in HKUST.
Okay, so Prahlad, would you be able to share a little bit more about, because now you're working from home, would you be able to recall some of the experience that you are having in using, or maybe in talking to our career services team? How did they help you to prepare for your, for example, your full-time job interview or even internship back then?
Yeah, sure. When I got to Hong Kong, to be really honest, I was quite nervous going out of a country to another and trying to find a career that would change your location, change your industry, change your function. It's not an easy thing that I imagined at that point of time. But fortunately enough, right into the program, even before we started the program, I was paired with some career coaches, which helped me align my career aspirations, what my strengths are, where I should focus on, continuously getting engaged, coached, mentor. And then during the program, there were like so many networking events in Hong Kong. And then I was fortunate enough to go to lots of career treks in Beijing, Singapore, few virtual career networking that happened as well. Lots and lots of things, and that led me to build a good amount of network learning and knowledge about what sort of jobs, what sort of careers usually are available to post MBA. And during that time, MetLife, which is a partner with the career services in HKUST, came for an internship. And when you said the crack the case workshop, I always say that that's been very helpful for me in terms of getting my internship. Because I did not come from a strategy background. I did not know how to approach a case in a very professional manner. And those crack the case sessions for about 2-day boot camp was so helpful that going into my internship interviews, it really made a huge difference to make myself stand out. And thereafter, my internship was amazing. I went to New York City to work in the headquarters into marketing sciences team. Again, something very different. But I think going through the curriculum of HKUST, the marketing, the analytics part that you said, helped me a lot in terms of quickly make an impact and add value into those 10-week assignment that I had. And that eventually translated into a full-time role, which I started in middle of last year. And I'm right now director for distribution for MetLife in Asia.
Yeah, well, I definitely see that, Paula, you're very happy and also I would say that you find the whole MBA journey very fruitful. So I just want to ask a little bit, because now you are now currently as an alumnus. So what will be your tips for someone who wants to be aspire like you to be able to get out of your own original industry and move on to a new role? What will be some of the tips that you would want to share with our fellow audience tonight?
Sure. From my personal experience, I would just say that number one thing would be to have a wider flexibility when it comes to choosing career options. I know it's good to have a very focused approach, but being flexible, being nimble is the way that companies right now increasingly looking at candidates. Even more so with the new normal, where they want you to adapt to new situations, working remotely, and working in different environments. So in my current assignment, while based out of Hong Kong, I was sent to Bangladesh to work on a project. And I happily took it because I saw great opportunities in learning and delivering an impact in that market. And it turned out to be very successful. So that's what my advice would be, to have wider choice of career options. That's number one. And number two, when I selected MBA program, I had a few offers from Singapore and all the top three MBA colleges in Hong Kong. Why I selected HKUST was basically it's a younger MBA program, and that mattered to me a lot because when I say younger MBA program, it stretches beyond the convention in a lot of sense. So when I used to spend my time with career office, I could even knock them on a Sunday, on a Saturday, hey, I need to get my resume done, I have an application to be done. I don't think I would get that kind of support in traditional colleges or schools, which have a more defined way of working. So I think that these are the two tips from my end.
Yeah, well, just want to give more insights to audience on the line now. Speaking about the career services and HKUST, as Prahlad already mentioned, it's a very personalized experience for each of them. And also because of the compact size of the class in HKUST, each year we're only having around 80 students. So each of you will be well taken care of by our career lead and also career lead. Whenever we see the opportunities, we will also match you up with external coach, whereby they have the industry experience. They can further level up your interview and also your skill sets before you join any of the mock interview or maybe the actual interview in front of your employer. So this is something that HKUST definitely wants to help you and give the best support to our future MBA students. So now, Prahlad, one more question. So now I understand that you are now working from home, but you already have been in the market for a few years. You have definitely observed a lot of the changes in the job requirements in these 2 years, particularly in the pandemic era. So what do you think in terms of now you're being already a director or some in the other way, you're being a hiring manager? What kind of skills that you will be looking at if you're hiring a new student or maybe a post MBA student?
Yes, April. Actually, I get asked this question a lot since the last few months. I think one of the biggest skills that everyone needs to have right now is how you can reimagine the business delivery that you are into. And it can be any function, it can be finance, marketing, strategy, anything. How you can make it more digital, how you can make it more remote, and be able to make it more nimble in terms of reaching out to your customers in different ways. So breaking those ceilings and reimagining things. So in our company, there is a last 6 months I've seen several hackathons going on, and there's a continuous drive to experiment, and what we call is fail fast, as in you try new things and fail fast, learn from it, and then do something else. That's, I think, one of the most important skills is that employers are looking at. And the second one, which would be again, how soon can you come and make an impact? So earlier MBA program and post MBA job used to be, okay, there would be like a 2-year, 3-year rotational program where they will like sort of management training where they used to train you. Now it's got the other way around where they expect you to come and make an immediate impact as soon as possible. So I think quick learning skills would really be helpful, and especially the ability to work in cross-functional and diverse setting with international colleagues. I think that's a very key skill to have in today's time.
Yeah, Prahlad, I'm very happy that you shared a career story with us. And indeed, among our audience already, we received questions regarding your rotation program in MedLife. So Mano is interested to know more about, can you share a little bit more about your leadership rotation in MedLife? So what is that program all about?
Sure. Yeah. So it's a 5-year program wherein there is it's 3 rotations, 1 year and then 2 year and 2 year. It allows the candidates to go to a different location, to a different function with each role and with each rotation. And it's not like planned when you start it, right? It's more how you kind of design the program. So the first rotation could be matched on your interest, but the second and third essentially is, okay, this is what I have done, and this is where I want to learn more, and that's how you keep moving around. And at the end of 5 years, they put you into some function. Due to COVID, the transition has not been so smooth, but I think, long story short, it's a 5-year program which leads you to different functions and different roles. Presently, I am working for the Asian market into distribution. And our key goal is to professionalize the agency distribution force, making it more digitally transformed. And these kind of roles come into this program, right? And then there could be another assignment and into a different country. So MetLife is present in almost 40, 50 countries in the world. And that's how this is structured.
Okay, so thank you so much, Prahlad. I think, friends on the line, I definitely know that you are very interested to know more about Prahlad's experience and also about the HKUST MBA program. So now we're going to take a little bit of pause. So Prahlad will rest for a minute or two. So I will share a little bit more about the class profile of the MBA program. And afterwards, I will definitely come back to you all, and Prahlad will be continue with sharing his experience with you all. Okay, so speaking of the class profile in HKUST, so Prahlad is definitely one of our very good ambassador. And indeed, every year in HKUST, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, every year we're recruiting around 80 students to join our full-time MBA students, a full-time MBA program. So here is just a snapshot as in what are the MBA students we have been recruiting in the past 3 intakes. Every year we have around 80 students coming from different parts of the world. As you can see that this is a world map. So no matter it's in India, in Americas, and Europe, we have a number of international students coming with a different career objective, coming to HKUST, willing to launch their career in Asia. And their average age is around 29 years old with 6 years of work experience. And speaking of the academic qualification, for the 3 intakes in the past, their average GMAT score is 650. So this is only an average. Of course, every year, for example, now year 2021, whereby we already started to accept the admission application, we have received a number of students with more than 750 scores coming over to HKUST to study. So for friends of the line who, if you aspire to study with the bright minds around the world, so definitely HKUST will be one of your school choice. And also in our MBA program, it's a very diverse class. So 96 of them non-local students with around 34% of female students. So coming to HKUST MBA program will definitely be an eye-opening experience. And also, Prahlad already mentioned, he himself is coming from finance and banking industry. Beyond that, we also have talents coming from different professional backgrounds. As you can see on a chart here, 26 of them coming with a finance or accounting background. 10% of them coming from general management. And we also have some of our students coming from marketing and sales, information technology, and even for operations or even consulting industry coming over to HKUST to sharpen themselves and also upskill themselves. And you can also see a partial list of companies represented. And also every year we have a number of companies sponsored candidates joining our MBA program, including the Boston Consulting Group, including some of the banking institutions, for example, the Mizuho Group. And also there are other candidates who are willing to use part of their very valuable time to come over to HKUSM to further upskill themselves so that they will project them even further after the MBA program for a better job and also for more strategic roles. Now, indeed, Prahlad already mentioned that HKUST MBA program, he has gained a lot of very insightful experience through the alumni activities. And therefore, HKUST MBA program, even we're being a very young program and a young university, we have accumulated more than 5,000 of alumni representing more than 65 nationalities. So to keep the bonding green and alive, we have been organizing our activities according to three key principles with a very strong sense of support, experience exchange, and also continue to build a worldwide network. And to build a worldwide network, as I already briefly mentioned in the earlier part, this is the first year that we roll out the virtual alumni hub, whereby all our alumni are invited to join us. Everybody, no matter where you are online, give your correspondence, and our current students will be able to connect with them for a coffee chat or even just a virtual Zoom meeting. And apart from that, alumni insight panels will be particularly useful. And used to be the time that we need to invite our students or maybe alumni to come over to Hong Kong to conduct the insight sharing. But now with technology, indeed, we have more and more alumni from different parts of the world. They are willing to contribute and come back to HKUST to meet our current students virtually to share what's happening in the industry and what are the insights and some tips for them to continue to be positioning for success. And last of all, we also have regular reunions and also networking activities for alumni around the world. So we hope that the COVID-19 situation will be stabilizing and we'll be able to meet everybody face to face. But right now, we are also having our Hello Alumni series. So we are having our alumni to connecting with our students virtually almost every month. So this is something that HKUST have been putting a lot of emphasis to keep our current students and also alumni bonding alive and also in a meaningful way. Now, this is the last of the presentation whereby I need to let you know what kind of students that we are looking at from the HKUST MBA admission point of view. So for a full-time MBA program, very easy to understand here. This is a checklist. So we are looking for candidates with a bachelor's degree with minimum 2 years of full-time COVID-experience. And GMAT will be mandatory for all MBA students. So you can either choose to take GMAT or GRE. And we recognize that the COVID-19 situation is still yet to be stabilized around the world. So this year we have already made a special arrangement whereby we will be accepting the online GMAT or online GRE score. And since our MBA program will be taught in English, we also require our students to come with sufficient English proficiency. So if your undergraduate or postgraduate education was not taught in English, we would kindly invite you to take either the IELTS test or TOEFL test. And at the same time, as I mentioned, same treatment as the GMAT, we would also accept online score for IELTS and TOEFL. And lastly, we're looking for students coming with a mindset and also with a strong sense of commitment to contribute to the HKUST MBA program during and after the MBA program. So the contribution can be in the form of experience exchange, can be in form of inviting us to be connected with the corporate partners, or even like tonight, like Prahlad is a very good ambassador for our MBA program after his MBA journey at Hong Kong. Okay, so a little bit of tips for you to prepare your online application. So when you click onto the right-hand side, the mba.ust.hk/apply will be our online application portal. So what you have to get prepared will be the academic qualification, your test score, for example, GMAT or GRE. If you're now still arranging your test, so you can indicate your test date in our text box. So our admission committee will be aware that you are preparing and will be looking at other part of your application. And then professional qualification, definitely it will be a very good chance for you to showcase it in your application and through the admission essay and also online references. So online references here is all an automated program. You don't have to send us a reference letter, whereby what we will be doing will be inviting you to indicate your referee in the online application form, indicating the name and also email address. So we will, that system will be sending them an online reference form for them to fill out. And last of all, you would also need to prepare for your existing or maybe in the past few years, your employment proof. So when you have all this information ready, take note of that the round one application deadline for HKUST full-time MBA program will be November 18th, which is only around 1 week from now. So all our application are reviewed on a rolling basis. And just a tips for all of you here. So if you apply in round one, you will have a higher chance of getting scholarship because from our experience, around 40% of our seats will be taken up in round one applications. So for international candidates, if you're keen to come over to Hong Kong, so do click on the link and also start your application early. So of course, if you have any question, you are welcome to connect with me after the program, after the session tonight. Now, also want to give you more encouragement as in scholarship. In HKUST, we understand that everybody is coming from a different professional background. We want to give the best support for you so that you can launch a brighter career future. So in HKUST, we have the Merit Scholarship covering up to 100% of tuition fee for exceptional candidates. And we also have some of the professional awards, including a Business Technology Award, Consulting Strategy, and also some of the award for specific nationality, for example, the Indian Business Professional Award and more. So all these scholarships will be on a merit basis, on a case-by-case basis, of course, and you don't have to prepare additional application material. All you have to do is just follow the checklist I showed you earlier on and prepare your online application. Then our admission committee will be reviewing your online application and also invite you for interview if we see suitable. And of course, early submission will render a higher chance of scholarship. And lastly, apart from the scholarship, this year we understand the pandemic has been affecting most of us in different ways. We want to give you the best support and come over to Hong Kong to study. That's why we also roll out the HKUST MBA Community Succession Schemes, whereby if you are able to find one of our referees being our HKUST MBA or EMBA alumni, have them as to be your referee, and you will be automatically be able to enjoy an application fee waiver, guarantee admission interview, and also a tuition fee reduction. So if you want to know more about the program, so do pick up your handphone and scan the QR code at the bottom of this page. And then they will tell you what you have to do and what kind of materials that you have to prepare for this succession scheme. Another principle for this succession scheme is because we want to build better branding and continue to keep the MBA community at HKUST growing. So we always have the heart to grow and also foster our MBA community worldwide. Okay. All right, so this is the last slide to summarize the HKUST MBA program. As I mentioned earlier, we are the global top MBA program and among the top 20 for 13 consecutive years. And you are also coming over Hong Kong for an international and also Asia-focused experience. With business technology in the core of our MBA program, you will definitely be able to enjoy the flexible and practical part of our MBA program, whereby we'll be able to launch your career more smoothly after the MBA. And HKUST is always opening our arms wide and welcome you because we are always a family with world-class faculty and supporting people like Prahlad. Okay, so now it comes to the Q&A session for tonight. I'm sure that friends on the line, you have a lot of questions already in the chat box. So both of me and also Prahlad will be happy to address some of them for you. Okay, so I already see one question. So it's for me and also Prahlad. So Hong Kong being a finance hub, financial internship may be abundant, but what are the scenes of apprenticeship for other areas like consulting and healthcare or tech? So maybe I would just invite Prahlad to share a little bit of your experience regarding, and back in the days when you are looking for internship, what are the opportunities available in the market? So I would also add on a little bit after your answer.
Yeah, so as a matter of fact, Hong Kong is perceived as the global finance center, right? So I was also of the same opinion before going to Hong Kong that there would be a tremendous amount of finance and banking opportunities. But turns out that Hong Kong has much more color than just banking and finance. So that is one part of it. Hong Kong is also the global sourcing hub. So almost all the companies like Gap and Nike, Adidas, and all these big retail companies, they have the global sourcing hub in Hong Kong. So there's a lot of opportunities into supply chain management, into operations management, strategy consulting, management consulting, and these kind of roles in these companies. Along with that, the fintech and the innovation scene in Hong Kong in the last 5 to 10 years have been really amazing. The growth, being close to Shenzhen, Hong Kong has really leveraged on that part of creating the Bay Area into a very innovative landscape. So there's tremendous amount of opportunities into fintech, new technological opportunities, and those sort of areas as well, IT offshoring, and many things. And thirdly would be Hong Kong is a land for professionals. So there are so many consulting and strategy firms, right from the MBBs to your management consultants and all other. So in terms of opportunity, I would really look outside of banking and finance. So these would be three, something that would clearly stand out to me.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, HKUST at Hong Kong, as Prahlad mentioned, we have abundant of finance jobs. But apart from that, during even as a pandemic year this year, we have seen new opportunities in terms of the internship. They have some new positions called strategic marketing and also different kind of consulting job coming from, for example, brand name like Starbucks and Schneider Electric. In this difficult time, they did not cut down on the internship opportunities. Rather, they are looking for MBA students who will be able to map out what are the new strategy that they should be doing in the days to come, because it's going to be a new normal for everybody. So coming over to Hong Kong, you would be able to indeed to be in touch with different industry. And also every year in here, we have Li and Feng is still recruiting a number of our MBA students as part of the future management team under our MBA program. So for friends on the line, so don't worry about that. Hong Kong is still have a lot of different variety of industry beyond banking. And of course, we also every year we also have students joining in a consulting industry. And also, I want to let friends on the line to be a little bit more open-minded. When we talk about consulting role, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to join the consulting firm, because we are seeing some of the teams, they are building their in-house strategy for a strategy team. So a lot of time we're talking about a function role. It's called a consulting or maybe strategic role in different industry. So if you are even coming from FMCG background, we are seeing some of the FMCG firms, for example, L'Oreal, they are building up the digital team, they're building up the digital strategy team. And this is definitely something that MBA students will be able to join. Okay, so I hope that will give everybody more encouragement in coming over to Hong Kong. And then I see a follow-up question. So if one cannot speak the Mandarin, does that necessarily will be negatively impacting the chance for you to get a job in Hong Kong or maybe in Asia? I think, Prahlad, you will be definitely a good ambassador to first share with your first-hand experience. Do you necessarily have to speak Mandarin to get a job in Greater China or even in Hong Kong?
Well, I don't speak Mandarin, and I still got a job. So I think that's a validation. But I think that having Mandarin is definitely a strength. Opens up opportunities in Greater China, but not having it does not keep you into any disadvantage at all. Hong Kong is a really cosmopolitan place, and it's an international city. I didn't find anything, any opportunity that necessarily wanted me to have a language skill. That is my experience. Again, everyone has a different experience, but I didn't find Mandarin to be a disadvantage for me, at least.
Yeah, I think, Prahlad, if you still remember when you first joined HKUST MBA program, all of you being a non-Mandarin speaker are invited to join our basic business Mandarin class. So this will be a very good training ground for not only for Indian students, but also for some of the students coming from Europe or America. If you want to understand a little bit more about Mandarin program, HKUST will be able to provide you with the introductory class. And also in our university, we also have the language center, whereby you will be able to take advanced courses to further sharpen your Mandarin skill set. And then I just want to give a little bit more insight as in, what are the language requirements. Indeed, we are seeing that over in these recent years, we're seeing a number of Chinese corporates, they are coming over to Hong Kong to set up their regional hub. So they are not necessarily only coming over to Hong Kong to look for someone who will be able to speak Mandarin, but rather they want to have someone with a global mindset, because they have the roadmap to expand into places beyond Asia, beyond Hong Kong, and of course somewhere can be as far as in India or even in America. So with someone who have the market insight into these countries would definitely be a better fit for a candidate, rather than someone who will be only able to speak Mandarin. So I think if you come into a mindset that you build the technical skill set and also with the market exposure, that would be the best of both worlds for you to get jobs in different parts of the world. Yeah. Okay, so I'm also seeing other questions on the line. So, there is one question coming from friends asking, what kind of career services can facilitate the networking within Hong Kong? So as my presentation already indicated, so now it's going to COVID-19. That's why we move our networking opportunities and also activities online. So whenever situation allows, we'll be hosting regular alumni activities, for example, alumni nights, whereby we'll be grouping alumni with different hobbies. For example, if you love music, then we'll group you together, no matter what classes you're coming from, no matter you're coming from a part-time program or full-time MBA program, then you will be able to meet and mingle with everybody. And also every year when we start our MBA year, we will be organizing a mixer, inviting all our new students to join together and also meet some of our MBA mentors during the event. So that would definitely be a good chance for you to mingle and also expand your network. Okay, so there are more questions. Okay, so there is one question from Yoshikawa, and Yoshikawa is interested to know more about the strength of the HKUST MBA program. So definitely in one line, I would be telling you that we are the program that have a very strong focus on business technology. So we require all our students to have basic understanding in programming language. And that's why we ask all of you to take Python programming as a part of the accelerator courses. And we also give you the high level of flexibility in personalizing your own MBA curriculum. And the last point is about the practical side. So taking an MBA program is definitely not about a dream process, but rather we are sharpening your skill set to making you getting closer to your desired MBA job. So I think that's something about HKUST MBA program. And also the other thing about our program is the culture of our people. And here I just want to invite Prahlad as our MBA alumni. Maybe you can share a little bit about the culture of the MBA program here.
Yeah, so one of the beautiful memories I have of the MBA program is the international night that we celebrate. I think sometime in December. It may have moved now, but I think that's a really amazing experience when all my classmates from different countries represented themselves in their national attire, having their national foods and meals, and also performing some of their countries' native performances, dance, songs, and so many things. It was like to me, it seemed like a mini United Nations where you have like people from 40, 50 countries come together, and you see that diversity coming alive. I think that's a really, really strong factor which binds all the classmates together. And I really like the class size because it is just right. It's not too little and it's not too big, because when I was in my exchange, there were like 1,000 students in my class, and I was barely able to keep up with everyone, right? But in HKUST, having those 1,800 students is a really great class size, which builds a good culture and bonding.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. And indeed, for Intake 2020, they started their class already in August. So in the campus right now, even now, they are having social distancing with suitable hygiene measure in the classroom. I can see that they are very, very happy interacting with each other. So that's definitely something coming over to Hong Kong that will facilitate you to have face-to-face interaction with your classmates. Okay, so there are even more questions coming in. So there's one more question for you, Prahlad. So it's regarding the program duration. Back then, did you take the 12-month program or take the 6-month standard mode for your MBA journey?
I did 12 months in HKUST and the 4 months after my internship at an exchange program. So does it come under 16?
Yeah. So Jacob is interested in more. What are the pros and cons? So, indeed, Jacob, to share from the admission point of view, the difference between the 12 months and 16 months. Okay, 16 months is extendable, as in what Prahlad already mentioned. He got a full-term exchange around 4 months. So the 12-month accelerator will be most suitable for someone who is able to find a full-time job before the graduation, because you already have a full-time job on hand. So we will be able to accelerate your study progress by giving you the chance to also make good use of the summertime to study the summer courses. So you will be able to complete your MBA journey earlier and join your company right after your graduation. Okay, so there is actually not a necessary pros and cons, but rather we're giving the flexibility for students who are on different internship or maybe full-time job search status. Okay. All right. So another question for is regarding from 14V Mark. So he's asking that for individuals with several years of experience in data analytics and machine learning, would actually UST be an ideal choice to be the focus on teaching analytics? Okay, so I think this question is coming to is about the MBA spirit. So MBA journey is definitely we are looking for the breadth of the knowledge that you are gaining. We're not only specializing in data analytics or machine learning as compared to a Master of Science program, but rather we are giving you an all-rounded training in terms of the leadership training and also soft skill set. So this is quite a big difference between specialized master program as compared to an MBA program. So I believe that if you even you're coming from a data analytics point of view, so you can come over to HKUST MBA program to learn more about the business sides, for example, the corporate strategy, about the finance and accounting, and all these will definitely be beneficial for you to develop yourself further if you want to return to the data and analytics stream after the MBA program. Okay, so Prahlad, just give me a bit of time because we have a number of questions coming in. So I just want to pick the one that will be able to benefit all the audience. Okay, let's see. All right, so another question from Manny. So Manny is interested to know, Prahlad, you will be another good person to answer that. So how did you back then smoothly move over to Hong Kong? Do you have any experience to share with all of us?
I think HKUST had a really good onboarding experience. They were constantly engaged right from when I had the offer letter accepted, giving me timely updates into my location, the visa, everything was completely handled by them. And they were like really easy steps, so like where I should go, how I should reach, and my housing, my everything about Hong Kong was pretty well known to me much before I arrived there. And once I did, I think first week, as you said, where these accelerated classes, Mandarin courses happen, and there was a period of around 2 to 3 months for me to familiarize myself into Hong Kong, into the accommodation, everything, and only then the classes really kicked off from there. So uh, I think it's really easy given the fact there's no COVID, etc. The relocations are pretty easily handled.
And also to address Manny's question, so if you are moving to Hong Kong with family, okay, first of all, actually UST MBA is a residential program whereby we will be providing accommodation if you're coming by yourself. If you're coming over to Hong Kong, and our team, as Prahlad already mentioned, we will always sharing with you some of the nearby neighborhood, what are the real estate or housing agency that you can be in contact, so you'll be able to move to Hong Kong with your family as well. So this part we will definitely extend our greatest support to you so that you will be able to move over to Hong Kong smoothly. Yeah. Okay, so I think in the interest of time, so we will just end our Q&A session here. So I would also want to leave our contacts to the friends on the line, because I understand you will have a lot of questions regarding the MBA program at HKUST. Okay, so allow me to share our contacts with you just a moment. Okay, so for friends on the line, you should be able to see that we already developed being a very focused school, we already developed an instant messaging platform for you to connect with our student and staff ambassador. So if you're keen to connect with our current full-time MBA students, so pick up your phone and scan the QR code on the screen. It's on the top right-hand corner. So that will lead you to the platform whereby you will be able to select the specific current students that you will be connected with. And at the same time, me, myself is also in the platform. So after the session, if you have any questions, feel free to engage me and I will be able to directly address your questions. Okay, so I'm going to hold over for this slide for a little moment so you will be able to scan the QR code. So by connecting with our students right now in Hong Kong, you will definitely be able to learn more about how's the life in Hong Kong, how's the class are being conducted, and what are the new courses that they are currently studying. Okay, so last of all, so I'm personally also very interested to be connected with you. So here is my LinkedIn profile. You can scan my LinkedIn profile and add me as a friend. So I will be able to connect with you. And also, if you have any questions regarding the admission questions, I will be happy to either personally address it to you or refer you to one of our admission advisor who will be connecting with you either virtually through Zoom, or we can also do phone consultation. Okay, so don't be shy and connect with me because I'm very happy and also honored to share my industry experience and also the program details with you. Okay, so finally, this is not the end of the sessions from HKUST MBA program. So our MBA program, we just launched our daily chat with MBA advisor. We will be able to do Zoom chat with our MBA advisor on particular dates. And now we only have November 16th and also 13th left. And at the same time, if you want to learn more about how an MBA program will be a catalyst for your mindset change and how the class synergy actually adds a lot of more value to your MBA program. So feel free to join us next week, November 19th, also a Thursday evening time at Hong Kong. So 3 of our recent graduates are from full-time MBA program, also part-time MBA program, will be able to share with you more about their student life and how they make the most out of the MBA program here in Hong Kong. So pick up your phone once more and also scan the event that you are interested to join. Okay, so indeed, I will be here for both events and I really look forward to meeting you all once more. Okay, so if you have other questions regarding the HKUST MBA program, 24/7, you're welcome to email us at mba@ustl.hk. You can also find the full list and the most updated information about our MBA program at our website, mba.ust.hk. So if you're keen to be connected with us immediately, also feel free to give us a call. So we are always here to support you. And this particular website is where it will lead you directly to our application portal. So be ready to ignite your future with business technology and also join HKUST MBA program at Hong Kong. Okay, so that's the end of the session tonight. I'm very happy that I have Lee and also Prahlad joining me tonight. And Prahlad is such a great ambassador that I believe that you all have gained a lot of insight regarding the MBA program here. And also, we hope that you will be able to join us as part of the MBA family very soon. Okay, so see you all tonight and then hope you will have a great day and HKUST is all welcome you in Hong Kong. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thanks for joining.